Hi there folks, it's Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store, and not that long ago, maybe 5-6 weeks ago, I made a video where I talked about the Big Island KT-TR and explained how I felt that Big Island were one of the rarer brands to find modern information on, but that they produced some of the most consistent instruments at the price point that bridges the gap between the more affordable Chinese made instruments and the high end. And I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Big Island. I find myself gravitating towards them when they're in the store. I always think these don't feel like anything else. Perhaps because they're one of the only instruments that we have ever sold or stocked that's made in Vietnam. You feel like the instrument is made on a smaller production run than other models, and the attention to detail is very high. They actually remind me very much of Ukulele, which I think are part of the same company. So the Big Island ukuleles we're going to look at today are not Koa. We have, for the first time ever, a full range of the Mango models, and I love Mango. Everybody seems to love Mango. It's a completely unique wood. In fact, I'm very excited to announce a very special Mango ukulele that we have coming very soon. In the meantime though, today we're going to look at the Big Island Mango ukuleles in a very special episode of Off the Peg. The first ukulele / 3 ukuleles we're going to look at today, I saw at the NAMM show for the first time, and despite being something that I normally I look at and I go, that's not for me, I really fell for these instruments. So the first ukuleles we're going to look at today are the Big Island MO-CLEI/PK. They make a soprano version which has the code MO-SLEI/PK, and then just to top things off and really throw something into the mix that I've hidden here from you guys is the Big Island MO-CLEI/BL, which is supposedly blue, but your eyes are not deceiving you. This is a very turquoise/green ukulele. Just very cool though, very unique. And these instruments really lived up to my expectations. If you like Mango and you want a sweeter sound, then you want a ukulele under £1,000 that feels and looks like something that was produced just for you in a very custom shop manner, then this is definitely worth considering. I'm going to focus on the pink concert model because I think that this will be the one that most people get excited about. And just look at that flower inlay. The colour is not red, it's not pink. What happens is they put a pink dye in with the Mango, which is a kind of greeny, yellowy colour, and it's produced a very translucent, almost, I want to say like a rose red colour, but the flower inlay is distinctly pink. So if you were going to look at them next to each other, those two colours, you can see a distinct difference. The binding is Koa, so it's not just a colourful ukulele, it's still got front and back bindings to go with that really nice wood grain. You have an ebony fingerboard and bridge with a 35mm nut. Something I really love about Big Islands is their neck shape, which is very thin. So it has a thin neck with a generally quite slender nut. If you are somebody that plays with quite a lot of spacing on your fingers, this is a very good nut, a very good neck to work with. You have the Honu style turtle headstock there, which in pink just looks cool. And then you've got the snakewood buttons on the unbranded De Young tuners. It's just cool. It's just cool. It's fun, it's different. It's nice to see something that isn't extremely expensive, that feels high end and has something unique about it. Moving on to the blue one is a bit different. I must say, in my own opinion, I don't think that the blue works quite as well as the pink, because the colour that you get here is very green. The instrument still looks very cool as you look at the wood grain against how the wood has touched that colour. It just looks unique. The headstock is a bit unique and quite telling of how different I think each one of these will be from one to the next. I'll try and do a close-up that isn't blurry for you, but it's got a distinct patch that's very green where the dye settled slightly differently. Once again, mahogany neck, koa binding on the front and back, ebony fingerboard and bridge with a 35mm nut. These instruments also come in a hard case, which you can't fault Big Island for. Any instrument under £1,000 that comes with a hard case is all right in my books. But yeah, I'm going to give the Soprano a play, and then I'm going to play one of the concerts for you, just so you can hear the difference between the two and what to expect, and I hope you love them too. Okay, the second ukulele we're going to look at today is another Mango concert. This is the MO-CTS. Now the MO-CTS is a bit more conventional than the LEI models we've just looked at, but it has many of the same features with one key difference. First of all, it's all solid mango on the top, back and sides, very nice figured mango with koa front and back bindings and a koa rosette, very nice thin dark koa on all of the examples I've seen. You have the 35mm nut with the slimmer mahogany neck and those snakewood buttons on the unbranded De Jong tuners. You have a mango faceplate there, but the key difference between this and the other models we've just looked at is that this has a rosewood fingerboard. So for 2020, Hosco, who own the Big Island brand, have decided to go back to more traditional specs for some or many of their models. So rosewood fingerboards is becoming the norm again for these kinds of instruments. And the rosewood fingerboard feels different. I'm going to make another video, hopefully, to go alongside this in a few days' time, where we compare a rosewood and an ebony fingerboard on the same model, because I have something in stock I can do that with. But to summarise for those looking at this model now, the rosewood fingerboard is a slightly softer wood, so the notes have a slightly more subtle release. So when you fret and play a single note, it's not quite as instant, there's less attack, and the decay is just slightly more mellow. So a rosewood fingerboard makes for a slightly mellower ukulele, a slightly more warm, more rounded ukulele, in my opinion. You have abalone dots up the neck, but they are very small. In fact, I can't even see them when I look at the camera screen here, but you do have abalone dots going up the neck, and then you have an abalone Honu inlay at the headstock that gets kind of lost in the mango there, but still looks very, very cool. You have a slot bridge on the Big Islands, so the strings, you just tie a knot in them, pop them in, pull them up. It's one of the easiest string bridges to restring, and my favourite kind of bridge as well. We're going to give this one a play. It's the MO-CTS, very much a landmark ukulele from Big Island. Let's play it now. Oh, sounds so good. Okay, our final ukulele of the day now. This is the 5th/3rd ukulele we're going to look at. This is the Big Island MO-E-TRC, which stands for the Mango Electric Tenor with a cutaway. And yeah, just that. This instrument is the kind of deluxe professional player's ukulele with access to the higher frets with the cutaway there. You have a solid mango body, the same spec as the CTS before with the koa rosette and the koa bindings, although the koa bindings on this are a bit lighter. They actually look like mango, but they are definitely koa. You have an undersaddle piezo pickup, which is passive. So it's an unbranded piezo. It's possibly made by a company like Goto, but I think it's probably an R-Tech style, just passive piezo. With a good preamp or a good amplifier, it will sound fantastic. But if you're out there with a microcube or something that's low powered, you might prefer to install an active pickup in this. It has the mahogany neck with that Big Island mango headstock with the abalone inlay and the abalone dots going up there. The one really cool feature on this one is this heel joint, which is very flat and very round, and it really does stop you from being hindered if you need to play up the fretboard, which I am personally not capable of doing. But if you're a player technical enough to need to do that, they've really thought about how to make this instrument in a way that you won't be let down by your ukulele. Yeah, it's a rosewood fingerboard and bridge again on this model, like the MO-CTS we've just looked at. So a traditional spec instrument here. It's mango, it's rosewood, it's got a pickup, it's got a cutaway, it's a tenor, it's got so much going for it. It even comes with a hard case. Gotta love it. Anyway, this is the last uke of the day. Let's give it a play and see what you guys think. So there you have it, folks. There's the new Big Island Mango ukuleles for 2020 compared and played for you. But which is your favourite? Do you like the pink? Do you like the blue? Or are you just someone who likes a traditional wood finish ukulele? And there's nothing wrong with any of those options. If you have any questions, you can contact me in store at alex@ukulele.co.uk. You can call me up on 01202 430 820. I don't want to date this video too much, but if you are watching in kind of June, July 2020 and you're trying to get hold of me in store, my wife is expecting to give birth any day now, so I will be disappearing for kind of 2-3 weeks at some point very soon. I look forward to answering all of your questions and hearing about what you think in the comments section. Have a great week, stay safe, and we'll speak soon.